Alright, hey everybody, it's Joe from NCP Mon Outdoors. I am back out at my hunting property on another gorgeous Saturday. So what do we have for you today? So today I'm out here, I'm going to make some lunch again. And what am I going to do? Today I'm going to make you some Bayou Jambalaya. So check that out. We're going to use this seasoning mix packet. I've got some Uncle Ben's ready rice. This is basmati rice. I would typically make this with my chicken tikka marsala, but instead I'm just going to use some of this rice today to use with this mix and kind of make this Bayou Jambalaya out here in the woods. So I've got some canned chicken, which I'm going to use right here. So some great value Walmart canned chicken breast. And in this bag I've got some pepper, some onion, green pepper, red pepper, yellow pepper, some onion, and I've got 4 pieces of frozen shrimp. So I'm going to go ahead and add that all together into my jambalaya. I've got a little bit of diced tomatoes, and this comes with some green chilies for a little bit of heat. I've got a little bit of oil, and we're going to go ahead and cook all this up and kind of get this all mixed together. And today what I'm going to use for cooking, I've got my Gerber Complete Again tool, so I'm going to use that. I've got my Crocs lighter, and I've got my new seatosummit Sigma pot, 1.2 liters. So I've used this in one of my other videos and kind of did a review on it. So I bought this. It comes with some additional cups and some bowls in the pot itself, but it's really compact, really nice. The only thing that people will say about it is you cannot use this on an open fire. You have to use it on a controlled flame like a stove. So that's why people were saying, well, you know, you can't really take it totally backpacking because you can't have a little wood stove with it. You'd have to bring something else, obviously, if you're going to use that. But for now, since we're just truck camping and cooking this with my Coleman stove, as you can see, once again, my Coleman 424 stove, so we can definitely use this pot on that to make this Bayou Jambalaya. And I've got my Pathfinder canteen cook set, and I've got some water in my canteen, so we'll use I think we'll use the canteen cup in that to heat up the rice. So then we'll get both burners going, and we can do a really good test on the just recently cleaned stove to make sure both burners are working as they're supposed to. So it should work out pretty well. So let me go ahead and get the stove lit and ready to go, and we'll start opening this stuff up and get it all together for you. Alright, so the first thing, let's go ahead and get this stove or this pot open. So this is actually kind of a neat, you just kind of roll this lid out, and then it kind of just locks in place like that. And then you can move this piece right here to lock it in. So now that handle's nice and tight, it's not going anywhere. We'll take off the lid, and then as I showed in my previous video, it comes with a cup with kind of like a little koozie holder here if you have a warm liquid that you're putting in this cup. So put that off to the side. We also have 2 bowls. So we've got this bowl right here, or 1 bowl I should say, 1 bowl cook kit. So it's just the bowl to go with that. So actually it's a pretty neat little thing. So I've used it once already in one of my previous videos, so now we're going to use it again. So get that ready. Let's pull the fuel canister out. Kind of get this set. Alright, and we'll have to balance the stove right there on the tailgate. We'll get this up. My lighter. We'll go ahead and give this a couple pumps. Make sure that's locked. That looks good. Okay. Put that up. Put this down. There we go. Alright, we'll give that a minute to let that yellow flame calm down. So let that burn for a minute. So again, really happy with the performance of the stove since I cleaned it. Seems to be working really, really well. So really happy with the performance. So I had to get my can opener out for my camping tote, which you see in the back there. You also see my NCP Mon Outdoors water cup. My polar tumbler that I had. This was my giveaway again for my 100th subscriber to Chris from Barnyards Outdoors. Congratulations, Chris. And I gave out these a bunch of others that my buddy bought for me to some friends and some family. So I really appreciate all the support, folks. So 136, man, we get to 200, we'll do another giveaway. I don't know what we're going to give away, but if we get to 200 subscribers, we're definitely going to do another giveaway to celebrate. So take a quick sip out of this. Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, that polar camel container really keeps that water cold. So all right, this stove, look, this stove is working great. Look, that flame is blue and ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get this pot I'm going to add a little bit of oil. I'm going to turn it down. Turn it down. Flip the light lever down. I don't want it too high. I don't need to scorch what we're going to cook here. So let's just add some oil. Alright, that's perfect. Okay, and I'm going to put this on. And we'll start letting that oil heat up. Now, I'm using frozen shrimp, and I'm using some frozen vegetables, obviously. I was hoping they'd thaw by the time I got out here, but they didn't. So I know adding a little water, that hot oil, is going to make it bounce a little bit, but that's okay. These have tail on, so I'm going to see if they're raw. They're warm enough where I can kind of pop that tail off and kind of clean these a little bit. Okay, I can, thank goodness. I can just get that out of there. Because they had the... I'm just going to do this over to the side here off the camera a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So that shrimp is good. And this other one. Yeah, so they got them frozen. They had the tail on, and they had the legs and stuff still on the shrimp, so, and some of the shell. So we're just going to, but they were already deveined, so that was a good part. They were at least deveined for me, so I didn't have to devein them. More. Okay, 3 and 4. There we go. Cool. So I've got all the shrimp tails and things off, so that's good. It's cleaned up, so that's all nice and clean. And got it in the garbage bag over to the side there, so that's perfect. Ooh, this oil's starting to get really warm, so I'm going to pull that off for a moment here. And while I grab a paper towel from back here, so I can kind of wash my hands. Make sure all this stuff gets cleaned up and, you know, thrown out. We don't leave any trash at the property. So, all right, put that here. Perfect. So let's go ahead and get this shrimp. All right, that added. Go ahead and pop the lid on this chicken. All right, I'm going to drain it off camera here a little. Definitely don't need all that chicken liquid in this. So let's go ahead and open this up. Drop that in there. Perfect. And this is again just a great value chicken breast. I'll put this back on the heat. Turn it up. I'll use my Gerber Complete tool. And again, that comes, I've showed this to you before, I know in some of my other videos, but again, has the flipper, has the fork and the spoon, has a can opener, bottle opener, and then my scraper a little. When I'll try to scrape something off the cast iron and just cut that edge a little bit, but otherwise it works fine. So let's go ahead and just get this mixed a little. I don't want to mush it too much because the peppers and onions were frozen. I just had them in my freezer. I didn't have time to stop and get fresh for this particular cook, so we'll just go ahead and use what we have, but I don't want to mush it up too bad. So, all right, let that oil heat up again, and we'll get this stuff cooking. And then once we do that, we'll start adding some of the other ingredients and bring you back. All right, everybody, just a quick word from some of the supporters of the channel. First Slammer Series turkey calls. They're made by a hunter for hunters. If you're looking for a new turkey call, visit www.slammerseries.com. Also, Aqua Leisure Services, LLC, serving the Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and surrounding areas, meeting all your pool and spa needs. Science Scientists, providing a broad range of services, including wall, murals, vehicle wraps, design, print, and marketing services. Regardless of your business requirements, their experts are up to the task. Visit www.sciencescientist.com or call 919-685-7641. Also, Tactical Creations. We're a small, personalized business that's here to help you personalize items to make the gift that you give
that much more special. Visit www.tacticalcreation.com or call 770-548-2691. If you're interested in purchasing any NC Piedmont Outdoors apparel or Slammer Series apparel, visit our Teespring site. The link is in the description box.
Okay, so shrimp are definitely cooked. You can see it right there. If I tilt this pot a little bit, you can see the shrimp are kind of pink and definitely cooked. So I got what, 1, 2, 3 shrimp? I thought I had 4 shrimp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 shrimp. So 4 shrimp are definitely cooked all the way through. The chicken obviously is cooked already, so not much I need to do there. So I think what we'll do, I think what I can do now is kind of make this recipe even easier. Is kind of just cook the rice and everything all in one pot, and just that way I don't have to dirty up anything else. So according to this recipe, so I'm going to go ahead and add this seasoning in here along with the diced tomatoes with the green chilies, kind of give it a little bit of spice. So we're going to go ahead and open up this packet. I think I'm just going to make a big amount of it. I'm just going to use it all. So you get that out of there. There we go. Okay, so I've added all the spices now in there from this spice packet in there. There's a little bit in the corner. I'll just shake out. Then I'm going to open up my Pathfinder canteen, and I'm just going to add water. Put some water there. I'm just going to eyeball it because I'm going to add everything, I think, in this one pot this time. So I'm not going to do, I'm not going to cook the rice separate. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that water in the pot. Then I'm going to open up this can of diced tomatoes with green chilies. Alright, got that open. Let's go ahead and add these in there. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Got all that. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add, so I've got my Uncle Ben's basmati rice. I'm just going to try to open this up. And we'll just add as much as we can in this pot. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, let's see if we can just get a chunk of this rice out. Just drop that right in there. Oh, I bet we can get all of it. Yep, we can. Perfect. Yeah. Oh. Okay, let's get that. Oh, drop the piece of rice in the stove. Definitely have to pick that up later. Alright, so now I've got, turn the gas up. I've got the rice, I've got the spices, the chicken, so it's diced tomatoes with the green chili. So this is actually going to be a perfect jambalaya. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait for this rice to absorb some of that moisture, because the rice should be already cooked. It just needs that moisture to kind of separate. So let's go ahead and get the lid on. Put that lid on. Ooh, that's a little, need that rice to break up a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so we can leave the lid on. And I'll play with this. I don't want it to be too high. Play with the gas. I don't want it to be too low. I don't want it to give it the opportunity to go out. So I'm just going to go ahead, put that just about there, and that should give that liquid time to simmer and just cook that seasoning all the way through, all the flavors, all the chicken, all the shrimp. Just kind of let it absorb and let that rice absorb the flavor from this spice packet, and we should have a really amazing lunch. So let me go ahead and wait for this to start simmering, and I'll kind of bring you back when the rice is broken up and kind of show you that final product before we eat. Alright everybody, so this is now boiling and been simmering for a little while here. So let me go ahead and take my Gerber complete spoon. I'm going to take the lid off right here and kind of show you what it looks like. Let's put this off to the side. Now it does have that, the pot does have that little piece right there where you can stick it right there. See that little rubber piece you stick right on the edge? That way you don't have to put it down anywhere if you're cooking like this. But look at that. Look at this. This is absolutely amazing. That's basmati rice is there. Nice chunks of shrimp. You can see the pieces of chicken kind of floating in there. That chicken breast always shreds, so it's really hard to tell if you see, big thick pieces of it. But man, the tomatoes, the bell peppers, the onions, the green chilies that were added in there, oh, it smells absolutely delicious. And this is a full pot of food. Luckily, I brought a container so I can take some of this home, because there's no way I'm going to be able to eat all this today by myself. But let me take this lid off, put it off to the side here on the edge, and just kind of just look at that. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. So if you this is definitely a 2-person meal, because it obviously makes a lot more with that seasoning packet. I shouldn't have probably added the whole thing. I probably should have used about half based on the size of what I'm doing here. But you know what? It just adds a lot of extra flavor, probably a little good kick to it. So I'm going to go ahead now and kind of turn off the stove. Again, stove ran great, no problems whatsoever. I'm going to pull that off the burner. Oh, wow. I mean, and again, this seatosummit comes with this other little bowl here. So I could just kind of put some food in here, share it, or I could eat out of the pot, whatever I'm going to do. But since it's just me, I'm going to go ahead and just eat right out of the pot and not be shy about it. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys just another closer look at that. Absolutely amazing. Now, this one's a little difficult to cook on the trail because I used raw shrimp. But again, if you had substituted maybe canned cocktail shrimp and the chicken, or a packet of chicken instead of a can, right, to make things lighter. So if you had that, or maybe you took some seafood, maybe some pack of tuna or some salmon, and threw it in there, I'm assuming you can just kind of put whatever you want in there. Usually there's chicken, sausage, and shrimp in jambalaya, but I'm sure you can mix it up with stuff if you want to take it with you on the trail. So if you had just like a pouch of chicken, a little bit of that seasoning mix, you can cut up always have like some fresh pepper and onion that doesn't weigh a whole lot. A can of chicken if you want to carry a can or pack, I said, or maybe that can of shrimp to add to it. Or you can get a little bit of summer sausage, I bet, and kind of cut that up and drop it in there. That would be good too. But it just looks absolutely amazing, and there certainly is a lot of it. And as I said, I brought a container to take some home. But yeah, let's go ahead and sample this. I'm going to sample the rice. I'm going to sample the rice and the chicken, and then I'm going to try to grab a piece of shrimp. So let me go ahead and try to take a bite off screen here. Oh, wow. That is really good. There's some bigger chunks of chicken on the bottom here. So you can see where some of that chicken right there kind of held up. And with those tomatoes and the green chilies to give it that really nice kick, plus all the spices that were naturally in the seasoning. I mean, look at that. Look at that nice shrimp right there. I'm just going to eat in a second here. So, yeah, this is absolutely an amazing meal. It looks great, it tastes great, smells great. I wish I had somebody to share it with. I wish John or Mark were with me so I can kind of share this, but this is just really great. So, well, the stove ran really well. Again, no problems with that. seatosummit, I really like this pot for truck camping like I'm doing. So let me go ahead and enjoy this meal, and then I got to pack up and head back home. I got stuff that needs to get done around the house, and I've got to do some other editing and some video work. So thanks everybody for watching. Again, if you like it, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We're up to 137 subscribers at this point, I think. So yeah, if you can just go ahead and just build that base, that'd be absolutely awesome. So glad everybody's watching it. If you have any comments, go ahead and comment. Glad to reply to them and get in touch and kind of answer any questions you might have. So look forward to seeing everybody maybe online and kind of doing their other recipes. I like watching Chris from Barnyard Outdoors, and there's a bunch of other people I subscribe to, like watching their meals and their camping stuff and their reviews. So it's a really great community. It's a small community, so please, if you can support us, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, and let's see if we can get that up there. I'd love to actually grow this thing to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. That actually would be an absolute dream if we could do that. But we're a long way, but we got somewhere to go. But and hey, if you guys are if you got anybody's going to the Blade Show in Atlanta in early June, I'll be walking around with my buddy, and we'll be checking out the Blade Show just as guests. I don't have a booth or anything, but we'll just be walking around looking at the different knives and stuff there. So if you happen to catch me walking around at the Blade Show in Atlanta, just say hi. So, all right, everybody, thanks again, and we'll have another video for you soon. Take care.
Thanks for watching NC Piedmont Outdoors, camping, fishing, and hunting adventures.